This is a compilation of some of the favourite places that I visited in the UK. One of my favourite towns is Ledbury. It's a market town lying east of Hereford. I love the timber-framed houses, in particular the Ledbury Market Hall, built in 1617. There's also plenty of shops for my wife to spend my hard-earned cash. Next we moved down to Somerset to visit Bath, another favourite of mine. Famous for its cathedral, the Roman baths, and street entertainers. There are plenty of historical buildings and lovely gardens. It also has a great indoor market. And some nice coffee shops. Staying in Somerset, we now move down to Wells, England's smallest city. The construction of Wells Cathedral started in 1175 by Bishop Robert. There have been many films and TV shows shot in Wells, as the medieval streets provide the perfect backdrop for historical dramas. This is Vicar's Close. This historic cul-de-sac was built in the 14th century and is thought to be the oldest residential street in Europe. This is a Penniless Porch. It was named for the beggars who plied their trade there. However, in 2016, a man was prosecuted for begging nearby. This is the Bishop's Palace and Gardens. They've been home to the bishops of Bath and Wells for over 800 years, and this stunning medieval palace, along with its 14 acres of gardens, is open for all to enjoy. Now we move right down south to Cornwall and the town of St Ives. St Ives is a great beach. You can explore picturesque whitewashed fishermen's cottages, or wander along the narrow cobble streets, the shops, bars and restaurants. Or enjoy a beer in one of the many oldie-worldy pubs. Now we move north again to Ludlow. Ludlow is a market town in Shropshire, England. It's the thriving medieval market town with many excellent restaurants and cafes. Ludlow is one of the finest historic towns in England with a wealth of beautiful period buildings. Centrepiece to the town is the dramatic medieval Ludlow Castle. After exploring the town, stroll down to the river for a coffee. Now we move further north to York. With its Roman and Viking history, York is one of England's must-see cities. York Minster is the largest medieval cathedral in Northern Europe and one of the world's most beautiful Gothic buildings. The Shambles, one of the best preserved medieval streets in Europe. Many of the timber-framed houses date back to the 15th century. You can visit Guy Fawkes' birthplace. Or visit the York Castle Museum, where you can stroll down a dimly lit Victorian street and listen to the Victorian street sounds. The street is one of the most oldest recreated indoor streets of its kind in the world. A must-see when in York is the Jorvik Viking Centre. It is one of the most popular visitor attractions in the UK, where you can take a journey through the reconstruction of Viking Age streets and experience life as it would have been in 10th century York. And listen to the sounds of the Vikings. And on that note, we'll come to the end of this short video. If you'd like to see any more places that I've enjoyed, let me know in the comments. Bye!